let me see, Ana already said that. Ana already said that. So you're going to get a much shorter one because Ana Carbonell is amazing. Gracias, Ana. Let me first thank the men and women of the United States Armed Forces and our first responder and our police and our firefighters. Some of them are outside. We revere you. Thank you. Al presidio político cubano, que son símbolos de la causa de la libertad de Cuba, gracias. A los miembros de la heroica Brigada 2506, que ustedes nunca han parado de luchar, gracias. Las damas de blanco, gracias. And yeah, it does have a nice ring to it. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and his wife Jeanette. What an extraordinarily brilliant statesman. I hope you know how proud you make all of us, Mr. Secretary. Senator Rick Scott, and his wife Ann, who our country is, don't you think? Our country is so blessed to have his leadership, and we're so blessed, Senator, to have you as a friend. You know, Ana mentioned a bunch. I'm going to miss a bunch, and I apologize, but just a few that I wrote down here. Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You know, she never stops working for her constituents, but I will tell you, that's not what defines her with me, is that she's a freedom fighter and always fights for freedom. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for your love. Thank you. Governor Bush, what a family. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Where are my current colleagues? I know that Maria Elvira Salazar is here, and she is a woman whose passion, energy, and persistence mean that there's literally no obstacle that she does not defeat. And then also, obviously, my other current colleague, Congressman Carlos Jimenez, who in Congress is respected, admired, listened to by all of his colleagues. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you. The Speaker, a brilliant Speaker of the Florida House, and all of our state legislative colleagues, thank you for your honoring us and honoring Lincoln. And to the other elected officials who are here, thank you for your presence. Thank you for honoring us with what you do and spending this time with us today, honoring Lincoln. But let's be clear, equally as important to all the men and women in our remarkable community, our friends who, you know, we can never say thank you enough, but I'm going to try. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for honoring my brother. A todos ustedes que están acá, los que están aquí, los que no pudieron estar acá, pero a nuestra gran comunidad, gracias. Gracias por su amor y su apoyo. Gracias a todos ustedes. You know, Lincoln's deep and unwavering love for the United States of America and for the members of our community was only equal to his love and passion for those suffering under tyranny anywhere and everywhere, starting with the enslaved Cuban people and the enslaved Venezuelan and Nicaraguan people. As a legislator, Lincoln was a master. He studied and he learned and he read how to use the rules of the House to get remarkable things done. Now, let me tell you, I'm an appropriator. You all know that. Lincoln was not. He was not on the Appropriations Committee, but he learned the appropriations process. Actually, he mastered the appropriations process and used it to pass some of his most important legislative victories. His integrity, his work ethic, his devotion to keeping his word, his passion, and relentless dedication to serving others earned him the respect of his colleagues. And these and so many other virtues Lincoln learned from our father, Rafael, and mother Hilda, and also from our older brother, Rafael, who we call Rafa. And Lincoln lived them without compromise. Without compromise. Without compromise, Lincoln dedicated his life to what I believe is the most noble cause of all. The fight for freedom. Freedom and human dignity. So many of you here today know what it is like to lose your freedom. Hay tantos de ustedes aquí hoy, los que nos acompañan aquí, que saben, conocen lo que es perder la libertad. I am reminded of what President Ronald Reagan said. Let me quote him. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in their bloodstreams, Reagan said. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Well, Lincoln deeply understood what that means, which is why Lincoln worked every day for freedom. Lincoln never stopped fighting for freedom. Lincoln dedicated his life so that people living under oppression could one day live in freedom. And he always emphasized his profound love and the profound suffering and the limitless courage of political prisoners, as Ana mentioned. As Ninochka Pérez Castellón reminded us in her beautiful recent tribute. Yeah, she's here. She reminded us in her beautiful tribute recently that Lincoln dedicated his first election victory to Roberto Martín Pérez, a political prisoner. Yep. Roberto Martín Pérez, a hero to all of us, a political prisoner who spent 27 years in Castro's gulag. So Lincoln's legacy lives on in all of us. And I want to make it very clear so that nobody can get confused. My colleagues, our community, and I will never stop fighting for freedom, ever. Nunca dejaremos de luchar por la libertad. Nunca. So let me end with this. Lincoln cared and loved deeply. He cared about and loved every single person, particularly the silenced and the oppressed. He loved the United States of America. He loved the community, our community, that he was so honored to serve. He loved the Cuban people who tragically continued to suffer under oppression. He loved his family infinitely, with no boundaries. And he loved our Savior, Jesus Christ. On behalf of our entire family, thank you all. Thank you all for your love, for your prayers, and for your support. And please know that from the bottom of our hearts, we love you all, and that we are eternally grateful for your support and for your love. Muchísimas gracias.